And I'm going to give you one opportunity because we're friends.
Winner!
Who gives a shit about where the ball's been?
Yeah, F him. They went from loving this guy, best move ever, to hating him.
I think it's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
I love it because it tells you how the game was played.
There's nowhere for him to go. Literally, I think there's one place.
You can't do that in the national team.
Those things that are absolutely insane.
Successful and sexy? No. It wasn't aggravating at times? Yes.
Sorry,
That's not very fair.
It's not about being fair.
Welcome to the greatest soccer show ever.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the weekly recap from We Are Soccer. Oh my gosh, another great week of soccer has been had. Oh my God. Listen, my weekend was completely ruined. Thank you, Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Villa at home, last minute goal. Bournemouth tied up 1-1. I tell you what, it literally ruins my weekend. Kick the dog, put the kids in their room, scream a little bit, drink some more beers. Ruins my weekend. Anyway, we'll talk about Villa versus Bournemouth. Lots to get to. Was a red card in the first 3 seconds of the game the fastest red card ever? We'll talk about it. Because that happened this past weekend in the Serie A. Also, Man United losing 2-1. Erik ten Hag blaming everybody else except for himself. Cole Palmer doing what Cole Palmer does for Chelsea. What an assist he had on the goal by Nicholas Jackson. And then he pops up and scores the winner. Yeah, he does what he does. That's Cole Palmer. As he does. Arsenal versus Liverpool. I tell you what, this is a really entertaining game. It was our game of the week. Finished 2-2. We'll talk about it. Arsenal, at home, 2-2 to Liverpool. Maybe not as happy as you'd think. Liverpool come away with a draw and a point, and they're thinking, we're happy with this. Arsenal, though, another injury. Gabriel this time limps off. Looks like a muscle injury. Barcelona thump Real Madrid at the Bernabeu 4-0. Unfreaking believable. Kylian Mbappe. Oh, wait, hold on. Whoa, he's offsides again. He was offsides 8 times in the first 30 minutes. Incredible. I tell you what, the linesmen in those games earned their money. Kylian Mbappe, it's not quite working out as we had hoped, but we'll get to it. Also, 40-year-old Brad Guzan takes care of Messi. Yes, Inter Miami won 2-1 in the first game of those the playoffs for Inter Miami versus Atlanta United. But Brad Guzan, man, the guy was incredible. Everything Lionel Messi threw at him, he stopped. He had an answer for. Incredible. And one of the topics we're talking about tonight has cutting gone too far for Manchester United. We got several reasons that suggest, yes, I'd love your thoughts on it. All right, big thank you to our partners. A big thank you to Soccer World. A big thank you to Next Level Training. A big thank you to the Michigan Jags. A big thank you to Thomas McGee's. And a big thank you to the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. Speaking of the Michigan Jags, my son, Brooks, get ready on the applause machine meter here. Hold on. My son, 2013 pre-MLS 2 team, went 8-0 in their fall season. Really, really well done for the boys. It was a joy to watch them. We didn't even realize they were undefeated through 6 games until the coach goes, hey, did anybody realize this? And we had no idea. And then game 7 and 8. They kind of breezed through. In the last 3 games, I think my son has scored 8 goals. He had 4 today, 1 yesterday, and 3 on Wednesday. Kid was killing it. He was on fire. Goals come when you work hard. He worked hard, and that's what happened. Goals came. But his teammates, man, oh man, I tell you what, absolutely incredible and fun to watch. Michigan Jags, our team, our 2013 boys team, were incredible. All right, not just me here in the studio talking about soccer by myself. We've got all of you joining. That's why we're called We Are Soccer. We've also got our good friend Nate and our good friend Brooks in the studio. Nate, how are you, buddy? You doing all right?
No.
Oh, uh-oh.
Did you start early or something?
Normal time.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like you were talking a couple minutes early there, buddy.
Normal. I'm just excited to get to the soccer. I don't really know.
Don't fake your excitement.
I know. No, I'm
this
not.
weekend's shit and sucked.
Yeah, Aston Villa draw.
Coach 3-0.
Hey, you should be happy.
You won all 3 games this weekend?
You should be
Yeah.
happy.
Right.
I'm a unit.
You're just unhappy about.
You know, I called a guy, an
Something
older
else.
guy, a unit in the gym, and like he almost like beat me up. He thought I was calling him a, male anatomy part.
Oh yeah, because
What does that mean? I'm like,
it's a good thing, buddy.
That's what the kids say.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like, oh,
hey Nate.
I don't say that, though.
Here's
what's
here's some advice for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Maybe don't talk to dudes in the gym
why not?
because they take things the wrong way apparently.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, 3-0 on the weekend. I know we're gonna talk.
Hey,
about.
I hit a new milestone.
Ooh, right, okay.
PR?
Yeah, 275.
Oh.
6 times.
I have no idea what that means.
Benching. Small truck.
No idea.
Yeah.
Onwards. That's just like
Hey!
that's like Brooks talking about lacrosse. I have no
Lost
idea.
the pizza eating competition on Wednesday.
Oh, did you guys go do your?
I'm
Again?
just bring up anything but the Manchester United game at this point.
Yeah,
What
we got a
else
lot
do
to talk about with
What
that.
do you
by
want
the
to
way.
talk about?
Yeah. Okay, we're just avoiding that one today again.
it's
Yeah,
good.
again, 2 weeks in a row.
Now it's time for Bundesliga chat time.
No, we canceled that. You want to skip right to MLS?
And now we're going to talk about college soccer.
Oh, that is on the docket, though.
It is. You just want to go straight to college soccer? We can do that.
Yeah, I could go straight to Stingers.
Well, we're going to talk about your Manchester United.
Why? No.
I know.
No.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
You can just take
No.
your earphones off and go take a nap, I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah.
No, I like getting hurt.
Yeah, I know.
I like getting kicked.
I like getting kicked in the nuts.
Sugar what?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, Brooks, how are you? Good weekend?
Yeah, it was busy. Let's see. Went to Oakland, played Robert Morris on Saturday. Michigan and Maryland, which was a pretty good game on Friday night.
Big upset there, right?
Yeah, Michigan won, beat number 2 Maryland. Man, they looked a lot better. They changed the lineup. They pressed. They man marked really well, and Maryland had a tough time playing through in the first half. And man, then defend in the second half. The Michigan keeper made some great saves, and there you go. You beat number 2 Maryland, so there you go.
Is this the college talk where I should leave now, or are we?
No, it's not.
Oh, no, I thought-
No, that's
really?
coming later.
There's more of this.
Yeah, there's more of it.
There's more shit that nobody cares about.
There is
Yeah.
something. No, I was
Can
gonna say.
more people not care about Man United so we can not talk about them as well? That'd be.
I mean, you can tell the folks. I'm
Stop
Stop caring.
liking Man United.
Now you're on my bandwagon.
I hate United. Why? Because then I have to talk about them.
Because I get hurt by them.
They hurt me.
They've definitely hurt you. We're going to get to that talk in a little bit. But before that, we're going to talk about the game of the week, which was Arsenal hosting Liverpool. Yeah, this actually was a really good game, by the way. Okay, so Bukayo Saka, I don't know if you guys know this, when he plays the game of soccer, he likes to kick the ball with his left foot.
Yes.
His-
He doesn't like his right foot. I don't think he has a right foot.
I don't think he does either. I've seen flashes of his right foot, and it's mostly for running
Yes.
and standing and like flicking out at people, but never kicking the ball. So brilliant ball, by the way, by Ben White in the 8th minute of the game. Over the top. Andy Robertson defending him. Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka is running down towards the goal. What do you think Bukayo Saka is going to do? Do you think he's going to shoot the ball with his right foot?
No.
Do you think he's what do you think he's going to do?
Cut
Brooks?
inside and shoot on his left.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, Andy Robertson apparently forgot this. And as Saka pulled it back, through the legs, by the way, nutmeg, doesn't even need to take a second touch. Wham! Top corner, 1-0. An absolutely stunning goal. Quickest Arsenal player to 50 goals.
Wow.
Very impressive there by Mr. Bukayo Saka, young lad.
He hasn't played since, 17 with Arsenal?
Yeah, he's been there quite a few years.
Yeah.
I mean, just a stunning player.
Yeah.
And then a couple of minutes later, Virgil van Dijk pops up in the box. A great little corner. Now you could absolutely tell Liverpool when they had corner kicks what they were doing. They were putting as many players in front of David Raya, the Arsenal goalkeeper, as they could, because you know what David Raya is really good at? Shot blocking, taking control of the ball with his feet. You know what he's not really good at? Taking control of the box and coming out for corner kicks and coming out for high crosses. He's just not a commanding goalkeeper, and they know this, and they
Usually the
float.
Spanish aren't.
Yeah, there's a couple of Spanish goalkeepers who are, but aren't. David Raya is not. He stands on his line, and Luis Diaz flicks the ball at the near post. Virgil van Dijk, probably about the 2-yard line, just a little Little nod. There you go. It's 1-1, and we're on our way to another brilliant game. Then Martinho pops up in the second half with a brilliantly floated free kick from Declan Rice. Declan Rice has become a dead ball specialist, the way he can put a ball into the certain areas. Really well worked goal from Arsenal to go up 2-1. And then an injury happens. Gabriel has to come off for Arsenal. Liverpool take advantage of this. Another long ball over the top. The young kid who came on misreads it. Nunez grabs onto the ball, goes down, a little flick of his left foot into Mo Salah's path. Wide open goal, 2-2, and that's how it ended. Really well played game though. I thought both teams were spot on in their tactics. They really, I thought, possessed the ball well. They really could tell. I'll say the word "really" again. I was impressed by both teams.
Really?
Two high-level teams going at each other. Yeah, I was entertained, man. I was entertained.
Really?
These are two of the best teams in the Premiership going at each other, and it came away with a draw. I predicted a draw, by the way, so that's probably why I'm happy with it.
Look at him.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? That should be the drinking game of the day. Anytime you hear the word
I just
really,
want to add more reallys.
you'd be drunk. We'd be drunk if I know.
Who says I'm not?
This is true. This is true.
Was it a great weekend?
You thought we started early and we didn't, but
You did.
or maybe no. I think we started on time.
No, 30 seconds. Right?
30 seconds.
Oh man.
All right. So that's the game of the week. I'm impressed by Liverpool coming back. By the way, Arne Slot, I got to say it right now. I was very wrong about Arne Slot coming into Liverpool and how well I thought where he could take this team. I thought they'd struggle. He's got this team up and running. Endo Wataru seems to be the player who's lost his position. He's only coming on for spot appearances here and there. Soboslai has excelled. Nunez is excelling. Luis Diaz has become just an absolute stud of a player. Mo Salah looks to have regained form again after last year being patchy here and there. Cody Gakpo is becoming a player that is well worth the money. And Virgil van Dijk looks like he's back to his best. Now, Liverpool is going to struggle at the end of the year when Virgil van Dijk, Mo Salah, and there's another player, big-time player. They're going to be up for contract renewals. You got to pay them, but you can't pay everybody. So what's going to happen there? They're going to have to figure that out. Plus, they're aging out. 31, 32 years old. You can't offer big-term contracts to those players. They're aging out. So Liverpool, you got some things going on. Nate, it looks like your camera's gone out again. Brooks, could you do the magic? No one needs to see you. We had you, and then
so far, we talked about that Liverpool death march that they were going to have to play.
Yes.
And so far, so good. We'll see if it keeps going. You know what I mean? Because you still got Brighton, Leverkusen, Villa, and then you get a break for Southampton, but Madrid and then City. So we'll see how they grind out the next few weeks because on Wednesday they got to travel to Brighton now.
Well, Brighton drew this past week a lot of last-minute goals, but Brighton were one of those. It's going to be interesting to see how Liverpool get along here. They don't have a lot of injuries. Arsenal do. They don't have a lot of injuries, though. Nate, you're back. Congratulations.
Hey, hi. How you doing?
Good to see you. Listen, it's funny. Graham Lasso. It was Lee Dixon. Lee Dixon was talking with Rebecca Lowe today, and they asked him about the Manchester United situation, and he literally said, I don't want to answer it. Come back to me in March. We're 9 games into the season. We're 9 games in. Now, I will say, you can't win the league 9 games in at the beginning of the season here in the fall, but you can certainly lose it. Arsenal have now fallen 5 points behind Manchester City, and we all know Manchester City do not drop points easily.
No.
They will drop a point here. They will drop a point there, but they do not drop many points. You need to keep pace with them. And Arsenal, you are the team I had winning the league this year, and you're effing up. So Arsenal, play better. Please play better because I want to be proven right.
Silly son of a bitch. You really thought Arsenal was going to do it?
Wait.
Everyone knew it was gonna be Man City.
Yep.
Really? I'm the only one who...
Isn't that the thing?
All right, now I got to step away and look. Hold on.
This stepping away and looking is brought to you by Thomas McGee's. When you get so drunk at Thomas McGee's and you just need to step away and take a look at the bet board,
Yep.
you will then be like Krager.
Do you know who's also like me, Nate?
Who?
You, because you picked Arsenal to win.
No,
the
I
league.
didn't. Did I?
Yes, you did.
I picked Man City.
He
I was
picked
the only
Man City.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
That just means I'm a stupid son of a bitch, too. It doesn't change anything I said about you.
Yeah, this is true.
All right.
You're very true. We're both stupid son of a bitch because
Why did I pick Arsenal?
I don't know. We both picked Arsenal to win the
The
league.
hell was I thinking that day?
We
You
must have
weren't.
been drunk again.
You weren't.
They were like, hey, we need a forward. And they bought a center back.
Mike Tyson says Liverpool's going to win.
Shut up, Mike.
Shut up, Mike. I don't know if they will. Man City
hey.
leading the way.
Mike, unless you're called on, do not speak. Sit down.
No, I do want to know. Do people think we're calling on people now? Do people who do we think's going to win? We're 9 games in. Arsenal, I have said have looked good, but they're dropping points all over the places. Dumb mistakes, by the way. Red cards here and there. Silly defensive errors. Liverpool look to be just on pace to give Man City a run for it this year. I think Liverpool
It'll be close.
It's going to be close. But Man City are doing what Man City do, and they just running through.
You're a
Man City.
one-team league now, my friend. Welcome to the Farmers League.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
It's
No one's
gonna be-
competitive.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Now you know how I feel.
Just being a Bundesliga fan, I feel your pain. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I
You know,
absolutely
the
get
nice thing is, though, unlike the Premier League,
Mhm.
the Germans, they win with all sorts of teams. Barcelona,
it. They what with all sorts of teams?
win with all sorts of teams.
What do you mean Barcelona? They win with all sorts of teams.
Who's their coach now there? by the way? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Hansi.
Hey, that should be good for you.
Oh.
You got a German coach.
No. He's Spanish.
Yeah, for England.
England, bro.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
you meant Aston Villa.
No.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's good for
No,
England.
that
I
guy's
told you
not winning shit.
I'm giving up on international football until the World Cup because I could care less.
Yeah.
You're such a liar. As soon as they start doing good, he's going to be like, whoa!
told you."
International football! Let's talk the
Yeah!
45 minutes straight.
No, I can't
All England all the time.
It's coming
Three
home.
Lions.
It's
I
coming
can't
home
do
with a European manager.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it. All right,
Oh,
so
you guys gonna what? How is that gonna? How's the 3-bomber check gonna work? Now?
that's probably. Hey, boys, cut that one off.
Yeah, man.
No.
What if in a quick turn of events,
Take that one off the song sheet.
Tuchel comes out and actually starts singing it and getting people going,
Oh, man.
and everyone's just like, "What?" Like, I
Uh,
would in a heartbeat.
I would pay to see it happen.
I would in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Match 1. I'd be egging people on, and I'd do it against Germany. That'd confuse everyone.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Confuse everybody. Interesting. All right, so who do we think? I know we're 9 weeks in.
City.
9 games in. You think it's City?
Yeah.
You think City?
Yeah.
It's gonna be City, isn't it?
It
It's gonna
is.
be City. All right, we got Michael Tyson who said Liverpool. Is anybody else
Shut
saying
up.
anybody different? By the way, just
one else
so everybody's aware, the 4th member of the crew, Danny Price, who's not here tonight, he picked Man United to win the league.
So I was
there
the
still a
only
chance
sensible
mathematically?
person.
What?
I was the only sensible person.
You're the only one not drinking that day. Congratulations, Brooke. You were sober.
Yeah.
The
I
rest
had a lot of
us were not.
chocolate milk that day. Makes you kind of wonky.
You were drinking chocolate milk.
Yes.
Nate and I were 7 beers deep. Danny was passed out drunk, slurring Manchester United, so we put that down, I think.
Can Manchester United mathematically win it at all?
Yeah, I mean, if they go unbeaten from here on out, sure.
All right.
Yeah, they got a
Saying
chance.
there's a chance.
Saying there's a
Mike Tyson has a question for us. He's
Oh,
like,
God.
so since you guys can't decide who wins it, which four do you think will be in Champions League 9 weeks in?
Oof, good question.
Which 4?
Yeah.
I'll give you my 4 right now, yeah.
So hold on. I because the Champions League hasn't started yet. It hasn't.
Just so everybody's aware, technically it
No,
has.
In Nate's mind,
no,
it has
it
not.
has-
Nate's mind, it has not.
It has not, mathematically speaking, and when you have to play some team that no one's ever heard about from
There could be some upsets.
Stromgras.
Really, when's that going to happen? Because so far the
You got to win a certain amount of games. to
bottom
get
of the
points.
table looks exactly how it was said it was going to look.
Barcelona lost to
Did you
Lille.
expect
And
Milan?
where are they on the table?
Do you expect
Barcelona not
Milan?
near the top.
Did you expect Milan to be at the bottom of the table? I think
At the
they're.
bottom of the table?
Yeah, they are. They're in that bottom group, I think.
They're not.
The bottom 8.
The bottom 8, whatever. Qualification is all that matters.
Yep. Okay, so technically
So,
it is started, but not
It doesn't.
in your mind.
I can't tell you who's going to move on. This is my wishy-washy answer until you
Okay.
get to the knockout round. Because I could say Villa look like they could move on, playing some teams that have never played football before, apparently. But when they play a real team like Madrid, all bets are off now.
They played Bayern Munich.
Yeah, that's a real
When
team.
they play a real team like Madrid that has to win, or Bayern Munich that has to win,
They have to
all
win.
bets are off.
Yep.
You do not have
Okay.
to win all these games,
Okay.
mathematically speaking.
All right,
But in the knockout stage, you do have to win.
Fair,
back to the question at hand. Thank you, Mike Tyson, for writing in.
Yes.
4 teams who qualify from the Premiership for the Champions League next year. Who'd they be?
Oh, 4 teams will qualify next year. I thought you 4 teams had to move on.
Who's finishing
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4 this
I
year?
think it's pretty-
I think that's what the question was, wasn't it?
Yes,
thought
that's
it
what
was-
he's
I thought
saying.
it
Yes.
was- Oh, okay.
No, he
It's just
said
1, 2, 3,
he said
4.
9 weeks.
I mean, I can tell you right now who I think the end of the year is going to be, just based on 9 weeks.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Sorry. Who's going to qualify next year for 9? Since we're 9 weeks, and who do you think will
Yeah,
qualify?
who do we think is going to finish the
Oh,
season?
it's,
one,
yeah,
two,
it's
four?
easy. It's going to be City winning the league, Arsenal coming in second because they suck. Liverpool coming in second because they suck. Arsenal coming in third because why not? And Craig Hearns,
No.
Chelsea.
Yep. That's what to say. It's
Wow.
Chelsea.
I wanted
Absolutely
to say
Chelsea.
Villa, and then
No.
you just told me no, and you just shattered you shattered all belief I had.
Chelsea.
No, screw that. Fuck you, Villa. It's gonna be Villa.
Chelsea.
Eat it.
Chelsea are playing unbelievable football. They've got a squad of 973 players,
And they're
and they're
signing
still
4 more.
they're still I think the top 9 players are playing very consistently, but they are playing so unbelievably well. You cannot write them out of the top 4.
I have to disagree with
So
you.
well.
I have to disagree with you just on the simple fact that I looked in your eyes and I got scared, and now I kind of feel weak. And I'm going back to my original statement. It's Villa. Eat it. Want to know why? Because I can bench 275 6 times. That's why, goddammit. That's why.
This is like lacrosse talk. I don't know what that means.
Nobody knows what that means.
All right,
But
so
Villa's going to be number 4.
all right, Brooks, do you? So he's got the only difference that you and I, Nate, have is Villa 4, and I've got Chelsea 4th. Anything different? Or are you going the same?
'Cause I'm not backing down.
No, I think it'll be Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal. I think Villa can pull it out and go
think so?
4th. Yeah, I do. Part of me wants to say my Seagulls can, but if they get that 5th spot, I'd be very happy.
I
Even if
think
it's
I think
6th
Villa
spot.
Villa will finish 5th personally. Brighton are going to struggle a little bit this year. I think the only way Chelsea struggle is if Moises Caicedo and Cole Palmer get injuries and have to miss large spells of the season. I watched that game today against Newcastle, and they just play some beautiful football.
Yeah.
I mean, Cole Palmer is 21 years old and just running the show. He can turn a ball and nutmeg a guy, and the guy knows it's coming, and he still can do it. He can play a ball 50 yards onto someone's foot at an incredible angle from the outside of his right boot. He can score when he wants to score. He can put the team on his back. The only way Chelsea don't make top 4 is if Cole Palmer
Gets injured.
gets injured.
Sure.
And I really like the way he's playing right next to and in front of Moises Caicedo. I think Caicedo's playing very well. I think they are doing so good of a job. They're making Nicholas Jackson look like a 47 million pound striker.
They're making Nicholas Jackson make good.
Yeah, they're making him look good, man. I think today's representation of them versus Newcastle wasn't full either. They held back at times. Newcastle, we're going to jump to this game now. Newcastle struggled. Tonali couldn't get into the game. Isak has been just anonymous this year after playing his socks off last year. 21 goals last year. I think he's got 2 now this year.
I think irrelevant's the right word.
Irrelevant. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a great point. But a 90 million pound striker last year who worked his socks off, 21 goals. What a brilliant player he was last year. This year just seems to be off the mark, and we'll use your word, irrelevant.
Yeah.
But I think they will find their groove. Still, Newcastle finish 6th or 7th if they're lucky, in my opinion.
Yeah. Hey, Craig, West Ham's turning the corner.
West Ham turned a corner. Should we get to it? We're gonna get to it.
Why?
We gotta get to it. We gotta get to it. All right.
Not to be for long.
Let's break this game down into 2 halves. Okay.
All right, let's break down the first half for United. Followed by the second half.
First half, absolutely dominated. They were a stellar-looking team that half, minus the finishing.
Yeah.
Minus the finishing, which was probably the poorest you will ever see in the Premiership.
Yep.
I mean, open net, wide open in front of goal, heading over, or just.
How about Deloach Smith?
That's what I'm saying. Wide open.
that's what you're
What
talking
the
about.
F was he doing?
At first, I was like, oh, he overhit it. And I was like thinking, like, I'm watching, I'm like, all right, he overhit it. Like, yeah, I get it. He really doesn't have to kill it like that. Why is he trying to kill it like that? Then I watched it, I'm like, he shot that wide?
Yeah.
Like, how you
Yeah.
you shot that wide?
What
And then I was pissed. Because I was like, I get going over, you're running full sprint and muscles, contracting, extracting. You just don't realize your power. You hit it. Oh, oops. Okay, it goes over. Wide?
Not good, man. He did the hard part. He took the ball down. He knocked it over the goalkeeper. He did the hard part.
That's a great.
Everything looks fantastic. The easy parts where he fucked up.
Garnacho hitting the top crossbar. Thanks, buddy.
I mean,
He was playing the crossbar game.
that's a little bit of
Tired
bad,
of it.
That's a little bit of bad luck, we'll say. But you
There's
gotta
no
be
such
better.
thing as luck.
You gotta be better there. Bruno Fernandes from the penalty spot, wide open for a header, and he puts it over the bar.
Just keep saying all the chances. Hello, darkness.
I mean, Højlund had a decent effort, but was saved. That was probably the worst finishing I've ever seen in a Premiership match. Other than the final third, Man United were exceptional. The passing, the movement, the defending, they were good.
Positivity for you.
And then the second half comes about, and you're going...
The tactical adjustments came.
the tactical genius that is. But they started out all right again, and then all of a sudden, the cracks started to form, and you saw the players going, it's just not going to go into the back of the net today, and then a goal. And then I mean, they're scrambling, and Casemiro gets the final touch off of a Zerki header.
That was kind of cool. Like, Zerki's little lob up. Then the Casemiro's header was cool. And then, he's like a giant Ewok running around all happy.
All happy. And you just want to be like, shake him, be like, you're drawing 1-1 with West Ham. Stop it. Let's get the ball and go back.
Success.
And then...
Such a happy guy.
So...
Hey, remember when we needed a defensive midfielder and we bought Regate?
Yeah, why? Where?
Has he not been what you needed?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to see if you could play.
It would be great. But let's okay.
Buying injured players for lots of money.
No.
Yay!
He's totally healthy.
I say he's healthy.
He's totally healthy, Brooks.
He's healthy. So listen, and then whether you like it or not, the penalty, claim, the German Maguire, as I've heard him called now.
The Jerry Maguire.
German
Well, he's
Maguire.
not
Oh, the German
That's
Maguire.
stupid because he's not German.
What is he?
He's Netherlands.
No, that's right, actually.
Dutch.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I don't know. Whatever. De Ligt. He does. The funny thing is, when he kicks Danny Ings, and trust me, a grown man is not going to fall down for being kicked like that. But when you're in the box and you're playing football in the Premiership, that's what happens.
Oh, a veteran like Danny Ings is going to, play.
He knows
play
what to do.
Dark arts.
But De Ligt stands there like this, and you're like, well, dude, don't do that. You're just calling attention to it. Don't do that. And he's like, I didn't touch him.
I don't think he really did.
Like, don't do that.
It looked like his own player ran into him.
What? Oh, his player
Ings.
ran into Ings?
Yeah.
I thought it was the two Man United players. It was De Ligt and Ings, and there was another Man United player. No, I couldn't.
Two West Ham players.
Well, it took a couple. It took a little bit of time.
Still, I think the contact was soft, but whatever.
It was soft.
Here's the thing. I don't care. Yeah, I don't.
I'm gonna let you speak, and I'm
Understandable.
gonna agree with you, by the way, but I'm gonna
I don't care. Win the game, score more goals. I don't care.
Yep.
I really don't.
Yep.
I just don't give a shit.
Yep.
I don't care. It's just stupid. Fire the coach. I'm bored. This is not entertaining football.
So I'm gonna
Done.
tell you why Man United fans shouldn't be upset about that, because that's not what lost them the game. What lost them the game is the finishing and not putting the ball in the back of the net and not putting the foot down on the throat of West Ham when they had the chance. That game could have been 4-0 at halftime to Man United.
No.
And every single person here would have gone, yeah, that's deserved. They did a good job finishing. They put their chances away. Good job. Well done, Premiership team.
No, we don't know how to win 4-0 unless you play Southampton or Barnsley. By the way, since Barnsley,
Barnsley.
whatever,
The Barnsley, that was the FA Cup game?
we've gone
Yep.
draw, loss, draw, win, draw, loss.
Yep. It's been
tough.
It's been a struggle. It's been a struggle, man.
Tough? Struggle?
Well, why is he still in charge?
I don't know.
It can't continue.
No.
So there have been, Brooks, I don't know if you heard this, there were secret meetings this week.
Hey, did you see the Xavi Alonso picture of his kid wearing a jersey?
No, I did not.
Yeah, it's all over the internet. They're like, Xavi's kid's wearing a Man United jersey. Whee!
That means he's going to coach him.
Why do we want him?
I was about to say, tell me you do not want him. Okay.
Jobby.
We're on the same page.
No.
We're on the same page.
To do what?
Yeah, because I'm sorry, Man United needs a coach who's been there and done it. What's he done? He coached Barcelona for a couple of years. That's it.
Every guy.
That's it.
Every
Oh,
guy that,
Javi. My bad.
every
Not
guy.
Xavi Alonso.
Yeah,
Xavi.
Javi.
Every guy they should have gotten
Mhm.
that was available is now not available.
And he's doing pretty well in their job where they're currently
Yep.
at.
I would have got Hansi Flick in a heartbeat.
I think he may have gone there. I think he would have gone there.
Oh, hell yeah, I would have. Because you know what Hansi Flick can't do? Coach a national team. You know what he does really, really well?
Coach a club team.
Coach a club team.
Yep.
How many players did Barcelona add this year?
One
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Maybe less than 5?
No.
or two.
Yeah.
One or two.
And now
They
they're
did
running through people like water, aren't they?
4-0 against Real Madrid at Real
They're
Madrid.
hammering
4-0.
the hell out of people.
Yeah.
In their league
Yep.
and in the Champions League.
Yep.
Who won everything that there was in football 1 year
Hansi Flick.
all at once for fun
Hansi Flick.
and made like 0 additions that year as well? Picked up a loaned player.
So the secret meetings did happen with with the Man United top brass, the owners, the executives, and all that. Secret meetings. Apparently, they're talking to Xavi, former Barcelona coach, player and coach. I think you heard it
guess-
here. We don't think that's a good hire.
The only way that would be a hire that might be okay is if he was just caretaker.
He's not coming in to caretake.
So, what is Ruud van Nistelrooy the answer?
I would have him.
I mean, it's better than what's there now, right?
That's true.
Some better answer.
I don't know because I'm watching a game and I see 2 guys getting to the touchline yelling.
So what? At what
who's
point
in
do they?
charge?
What point do they go to Sir Alex Ferguson and be like, "Can you come back and coach the team?"
They just fired him.
Yes, I know that.
They
Well,
just fired him to
not really.
cost cutting.
But at what point? So you got a manager, he's up and yelling, and then all of a sudden you have Ruud van Nistelrooy next to him, up and yelling. Isn't it odd to you?
Yes.
That's odd.
Yes,
is
it
that
is.
not odd?
Yeah.
That's the oddest damn thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Who's in charge here?
Who's in charge?
Oh, that's
Who's
a
in charge
question.
right now?
Yeah.
Because I can tell you what, if I'm yelling, the last thing I want is another dude standing next to me yelling, because I'm going to look at him and go, sit down.
Yep.
Now you're pissing me off. You don't yell when I yell. I'm the one yelling.
I agree. Hey, man. Listen, Man United got a lot of issues going on. We're going to talk about another one coming up in a little bit.
Nah.
Maybe not. All right, we're going to get to it. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you, Nate. I told you that I agree with you that VAR call to overturn the non-penalty became a penalty to Jared Bowen put away to make it 2-1 to West Ham. That's not why they lost the game. They lost the game because of not putting the ball in the back of the net. Aston Villa, same effing thing Saturday morning. Same freaking thing. Dominated the game against Bournemouth. Absolutely. Yeah.
Before we move on,
Okay.
did West Ham turn that corner?
Did
Did they turn the corner?
I don't know if I want to say they turned the corner yet.
We were asking when they were going to turn that
I
corner.
think they're going to turn the corner next week.
And we all said against Man United, they would turn the corner.
We did say they turned
We
the
did
corner.
say that, didn't we?
Ah!
I mean, they got
We
that. They
laughed.
got a win. They got a much needed win.
We laughed.
But
I cried.
they didn't
It
work.
became reality.
I mean, now they're above Man United in the table.
Yes.
And then they're going to go play Forest. Have they turned the corner now?
Yeah. Let's sure.
Oh man,
Yeah,
it's
why not?
powerful Nottingham Forest in the 7th place.
Yeah, yeah.
Moving on now.
Tell me one of these teams that doesn't belong. All right, moving on to Villa, though. Villa absolutely dominated their game against Bournemouth. I mean, absolutely the first 30 minutes, passed the ball around them. The only thing they didn't do was put a final ball into the box to be finished. They had several opportunities. The one that actually got finished was ruled to be the ball out of bounds, so John McGinn's goal became a non-goal. Villa were dominating this game, okay? Just could not score. Finally, late in the second half, I was going to say Charles Barkley. That would have been fun.
Charles Barkley came out and played?
Funny.
Man.
Ross Barkley pops up, scores his first goal for Villa since 2021.
What did Charles Barkley do?
Yeah, Charles Barkley clapped.
Ross
I think he's
Barkley
probably a
is
Villa fan.
Charles Barkley's cousin.
No.
I'd say brother.
Yes,
I'd say
our
that
brother.
They look alike a little
Yeah,
bit.
you know.
Ross
They're
Barkley
related.
pops up. A scrappy goal. It was either going to be something very special or a scrappy goal. They forgot the scrappy goal. Villa, though, had another opportunity or two. Johan Duran, you think, 12 yards out, all alone, puts the ball wide, misses.
Man.
I will say Tavers, the backup goalkeeper for Bournemouth, had a day. He made several top-class saves, denying Johan Duran, denying Ali Watkins. I think he saved one from Onana. He had a day. He stood on his head and played very well. But Aston Villa missed their own chances. They were the ones who could have put this game away. And in the 96th minute, of course, Bournemouth pop up with a free kick, put the ball into the back of the net off of a header. And I'm left my weekend in tatters. It barely even started, and it was ruined. 1-1, and I'm not pissed at the last goal that they gave up. I'm pissed at the other 95 minutes they didn't put a second and a third ball in the back of the net to win this game and look like they knew what they were doing. They cannot. Villa seem to struggle to put their foot down on some of these clubs' throats. One goal isn't enough. It needs to be two. Villa haven't kept a clean sheet in the Premiership in 14 matches.
Shame, for shame.
That is not good. Not good. You knew that was coming. And that's why when I was at my son's Junior Jags game, I threw my phone at the ground while watching this game. And people around me are like, "Ooh, that's a crazy guy. He just threw his phone at the ground. What's going on over
He
there?"
really hates his kid.
I was like,
Yeah, I was like, what happened in the game? Oh, it's a throw-in.
fucking,
And he just throws his phone.
I was pissed. I was pissed.
You know,
I'm sitting there watching the game on my phone and then looking up to see my son jumping around in goal. And then they score. I go, you know what? Fuck it. Bang. And I was like, fucking.
you
People
know,
thought I was a nutty guy. I know. Yeah, go ahead.
Villa. You missed the most important damn thing apart of the game.
What was that? What?
For a total of 9 hard-earned consecutive minutes, he came back, ladies and gentlemen.
Reina?
Tyler.
Oh, no, Miller.
Adams.
Yeah.
3 passes for 3. 100%, baby! We're back. We're back.
It's a good sign. At least.
9 whole solid minutes.
He played.
9 minutes, baby.
He played and he connected 3
9
passes.
clutch minutes to ice the game. There's only one other American that made such a glorious appearance this weekend. We'll get to that later.
Yes, I was
In the Bundesliga.
dying to know.
Glorious.
One,
Man.
one,
One.
American.
Glorious.
One.
One. Glorious.
Tanner Test found a good game for Lyon and Ligue 1.
Nobody cares about that. 9.
Okay.
Can we talk college soccer over French soccer?
Sure.
Yes, we
One
can.
time,
Yeah.
we go right into college soccer to skip French soccer.
Ligue 1.
Well, so that was my weekend ruin. Villa tying 1-1 at home with Bournemouth. Other game that happened of note. Erling Haaland scored in the 5th minute against Southampton. Manchester City won 1-0. I mean, he scored 2 goals this week. And I don't know if you've seen this picture of him scoring these 2 goals. One, he's up in the air with his back to goal and his foot's like way up and he's hitting it with his back heel. And then on the goal against Southampton, he's coming in and both of his feet are up in the air. And he like kicks it with the bottom of his foot. It's bizarre how he
Theatrical.
scores goals.
Yeah.
He just finds a way to score goals. And you know what? I had to give the example to my son yesterday. because there was a ball bouncing around, and he could have put a chest or a head on it, and he tried to get his foot, and it just missed completely, right? I said, what counts more? The goal that you score off your back on the 1 yard line, or the bicycle kick you do from half field? And he goes,
It's all the same.
I go, yeah, it's all the same, man. Doesn't matter. They all count as the same.
Yeah.
One goal. So Erling Haaland just flying around, putting his body on the line.
By the way, if you had to guess the top 3 EPL goal scorers right now, besides Erling Haaland leading with 11 goals, who would have guessed Brian Mbeumo has 8 for Brentford?
Oh, yeah.
And
is
then
it
Chris Wood has 7.
Is it really Chris Wood?
Yes.
Where's Palmer at?
Uh,
He's got to have 5, 6, or
I
7.
think it's the top 3 right here, but
okay.
yeah. He's got to be up there, though.
No, I would have guessed Mbeumo. He scored 2 yesterday, I believe, right?
Yeah, Chris Wood.
Chris Wood, though, for Nottingham Forest?
Yeah.
Wow. Popping up all over the place. Chris Wood.
Yeah.
Pun intended. All right. We're going to, we got a lot of other things to get to, by the way. Barcelona getting thumped by Real Madrid. Messi gets thwarted by a 40-year-old. And the quickest red card in the history of the sport. What happened there? Where was it? And cost cutting too far. Gone too far at Man United there. College soccer switching to a full calendar year. That's kind of interesting. And Detroit City FC find out their playoff hosts. We're going to do all that coming back right after this.
Hi, Brooks. We're at our favorite store, Soccer World in Rochester. We're just gonna do some light shopping. Nothing big. Ooh, pretty colors. Oh, and one of these too?
Ooh, Germany. Nate would like this.
Hey, Brooks, look at all these. Look what I got.
South America. Ooh. Wow, that's not MLS. Ugh.
Socks? No.
Ooh, a ball pump. Next in line.
Sir, you're next.
Right. That's a mannequin. You know that.
Huh?
It's a mannequin.
Oh. Sorry, sir.
Fuck, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Huh?
All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, a big thank you to our partners and our sponsors. A big thank you to Soccer World, soccerworld.net for all your soccer gear needs. Next level training, Aaron, Dylan, Bilal, Scotty, Renato, the boys and girls who are the trainers of Next Level Training, the best trainers in the country. Big thank you to the Michigan Jags. Big thing is Thomas McGee's. If you haven't been to Thomas McGee's lately, get down there. It's one of the best soccer atmospheres in Metro Detroit. And a big thank you to the football doc. Brooks, have you been to see the football doc about, you've got, for a young guy, you've got a various amount of issues, by the way. You've got like back issues, you've got like foot issues, you've got some knee issue going on.
I need to stretch more.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Don't, I don't want to hear, I think I need to.
I need to.
Go talk to Zach.
Yeah.
Dr. Zach, the football doc.
Yep.
He'll set you straight. All right? Okay. No more, because you're the youngest guy in the room, and you seem to have the most injuries.
I know.
Just-
I probably need to go lift with Nate. Do you need a lifting buddy?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's not very
I
nice.
think that's a rhetorical. Yeah, you didn't need to answer that. We knew.
Yeah.
No.
He's going to spot you, but he wouldn't be able to pick up the bar when
No, you're not.
if you need. No.
I need a trainer.
Ooh, that's a big no.
Okay.
No.
Fair enough.
Is it weird when the trainer's more injured than the athlete?
Is it weird when?
No. He'd be my trainer.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's a
You
weird.
may kill me, but you know.
No, you won't die
But come really close.
on the outside.
On the inside, I
On the
will
inside,
be dying.
you might
Yes.
be dead.
Yes.
That's part of my training
That's part of the trade.
to emotionally kill you,
Interesting.
anyone, so that way you feel nothing except for pain.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. This got really dark here.
So dial 555-5555 for Nate's personal training.
Exactly. All right, moving on. Before we move on completely, I do want to put up the EPL table, though. Here is how it looks after Week 9.
Man United sitting 14th.
14th on 11 points. -3 goal difference. Nate, they've scored 8 goals this year.
You know, it was great.
8.
We bought like a Ford last year.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And another one this year, too.
And another one this year, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll see how that works out.
Neat. All right.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Manchester City, as we said, at top after 9 games, 23 points. Liverpool 1 point behind. Arsenal now 5 points behind. Villa in 4th. They're also 5 points behind this top spot. Chelsea sit in 5th on 17 points. Your Brighton Hove Albion in 6th.
Yay!
And
It's because the new coach and the acquisitions we've made.
maybe. And little out of place. I don't think they'll finish there quite at the end of the year. But in 7th place, Nottingham Forest, doing very well. Listen, 9 games in, 4 wins, 4 draws, 1 loss. Nottingham Forest playing well, plus 4 goal difference on 16 points. Good for them.
Even after losing their best player, Gio Reyna.
Gio Reyna went back to Borussia Dortmund.
Kind
yes,
of.
you're
He
right.
hasn't played a minute yet, but, you know.
He's hanging out. Maybe he's just hanging out in the German
He's
pubs.
injured.
Again.
Yeah.
Again.
Maybe.
All right. Tottenham in 8th, Brentford in 9th, and Fulham round out the top 10. Down at the bottom, Southampton still winless. Wolverhampton Wanderers still winless. Ipswich Town still winless.
Hey, Palace won.
Crystal Palace get a first win of the season against Tottenham. Tottenham. That is that's crazy. Crystal Palace do sit 17th with 6 points. So they're pulling themselves up over there. And then you got 16th Everton, who have 2 wins on the season. So
Yeah.
Leicester City 15th. Really thought they were going to do a little bit better this year, but they're struggling. 9 games in, 2 wins, 4 losses. All right, so that'll wrap us up for the EPL table. Let's move on to more fun things. All right, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Barcelona played at Real Madrid yesterday. 4 freaking nothing to Barcelona.
Wow.
Real Madrid put the ball in the back of the net several times, but again, they were offsides every single freaking time. Barcelona plays such a high line. The entire talk in the past week about this game, the El Clasico, as they call it, that was coming up here on Saturday, was about how high Barcelona's line plays and if Real Madrid and how many times Real Madrid would beat it. Right? Play that high line. You've got someone so quick like Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah.
And you got on the one side, you got Vinicius Jr. on the other. You've got Bellingham, who's just been dispatched wide right. He can get through. Yeah, they got through it a couple of times, but the linesman said, no, sirree. You offside now. There was a ton of freaking offsides. I read the stat earlier. I can't even remember it, but it was 8 times in the first 30 minutes.
Wow.
So there's 2 clubs that I've seen play this high line. Barcelona, and I'm not comparing them, so please don't think that. But Aston Villa play a really high line, and last year they caught out teams numerous times offside. It was crazy. They're not playing quite as high as the line this year, but Barcelona have just taken it and gone, oh, that's where? No. Everybody step forward. It's nutty, man. It's nutty watching them play. They compress a field like this. This game could have been 6 or 7-0. Lewandowski could have had 2 more. He blew an open net.
Wow.
There was one. He literally got the ball, and all he had to do was hit the ball here, about 5 yards away, and he hit the ball there. And you're like, you're one of the deadliest strikers in the world. How did you just miss an open net like that? Didn't need it, though. He still had a couple of goals. Rafinha scores, and Yamin Lamal scores.
Nice.
Becoming the youngest player in El Clasico history with a goal there. Barcelona for real, man. This German coach they got, Hansi Flick. He good.
It's because it's flick ball. That's why.
Good. Flick ball?
Yeah, flick ball's
I
working.
don't think I've actually heard anybody call it that. Did you just invent that?
I did.
Nate, have you heard anybody call it flick ball? Me either. I think he just coined it.
Flick is known. Back when he was in Munich, he did play that high line as well. And
Yeah.
that's the thing. You can press the area of the field to make it very small for them to have to work in. And he was successful with it with Munich, and looks like he's being successful with it with Barcelona.
Oh my God! I mean, so successful. It's nutty. We're gonna put up the La Liga table real quick here. So Barcelona find themselves 6 points ahead of Real Madrid in second. 11 games played, 10 wins, 1 loss for 30 points. Real Madrid 11 games, 1 loss, 3 draws though. They're really struggling. Nobody saw this coming. By the way, I think all four of us picked Real Madrid to win La Liga this year because, well, it's Kylian Mbappe. They got him on a free, adding to the team that won La Liga last year and also won Champions League. Villarreal, Atletico Madrid, Real Betis round out the top 5. Down at the bottom, Valencia, Real Valladolid, and Las Palmas.
My team, Las Palmas.
Las Palmas is your team, huh?
I guess.
Oh, you just picking it for the hell of it?
Yeah, it's a cool name.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Good luck following them in La Liga 2 next year.
Brent Claudigio says.
Claudio, what's up, buddy?
Claudio.
Oh, hold on. Congratulations, my friend. Brent and his wife had a baby a couple of weeks ago. Congratulations, buddy.
Yay!
And Brent is a very big Chelsea fan. It's good to see him happy with Chelsea winning, moving on like they're doing. So well done.
I wonder what his top 453 players in Chelsea are. They're at 500.
That's a good point. All right, what did he have to say?
Oh, he says I like the term flickball.
Flickball?
Yes, that's the one that I use.
Flickball?
Yeah.
I think it's a good one. We're going to have to start calling it that.
Yeah.
Hansi Flick and his flickball.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
You just wanted to read that out because someone agreed with you.
Yes.
Incredible.
This is where we've gone to.
This is what we've gotten to. Yeah, just Brooks he's skipping past all the actual comments and just picking the ones that agree with him. Did we expect anything else when we told him he could be the one to read out the comments? No?
I don't know what you were thinking.
I don't know either. Was it your decision, my decision, your decision to give him the soundboard?
I don't make decisions.
God damn it.
I'm just a man sitting in this chair, looking in this camera, with a microphone in front of my face. That's all I am.
All right. Well, duly noted. Well, moving on. All right. So, yeah, that's Barcelona. And leading the league and most likely going to go ahead and win the Liga. It's going to be interesting to see what they do in Champions League and if Flickball has any chance of winning there. All right. One of the quickest red cards in the history of the sport, friends. This is incredible. This was incredible. 3 seconds.
How do you get a red card in 3 seconds?
So here's what happened. You ready? This was in Serie A. So the Brazilian striker used his left arm, the Brazilian striker left his team one man down on Saturday when he hit Atletico's Kai Roca just below his neck with his elbow moments after kickoff. Referee Rodrigo blah, blah, blah subsequently sent, his name is Cruzeiro, and they went down. They lost 3-0. Anyway, so what happened was off the kickoff.
Yeah, when he ran, he just went like that.
He was trying to. His team had the kickoff.
Yeah.
So ball came past him and going like back to the goalkeeper. So the goalkeeper launched it forward.
Yeah.
And someone's on rushing and he steps in and does one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's an intentional. I'm going to put my arm into your neck
Correct.
and face.
Yeah, you're not even in a scrum. It's wide open.
Oh yeah, he just like.
Yeah.
And
he must have not liked that guy.
red card. See you later. 3 seconds.
Wow.
So I've done a little research. I can't remember the guy's name, but it happened in the year 2000. 2 seconds was apparently the fastest.
Wow, how do you get that?
I don't know. Probably similar to this, or just right after the kickoff, start punching people. I don't know. Very strange. So quickest red card, 3 seconds.
Wow.
Serie A, whatever.
Let's
all right.
beat 2.
Let's what?
Let's beat 2 seconds. Let's go.
We'll call it funny news, but not really funny, and we're not trying to jump on the bandwagon here of hating on Man United, so don't shoot the messenger. I think we've all seen this. Some cost-cutting measures that Man United have taken this week.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Do we know they're cost-cutting? Or we just assume they're cost-cutting? You go ahead and read it, but I think we're reading into things that we're here. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're reading into it a little bit.
Go ahead.
We're sensationalizing.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go with the first one.
Do you want me to give you the reason why they said they did it?
No.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
All right.
And I'll give you the real reason why.
I know the real reason that they came out with afterwards and it was rejected. All right. So Man United asked crosstown rivals Man City if they could give their 2 players
Manu and Garnacho a flight. Could those two players jump on the Man City personal jet that had been hired to the Ballon d'Or ceremony in Paris?
Because United are big environmentalists and they want to save on the environment.
That's the reason they.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, apparently global warming isn't real, according to Mr. Craig Hearn. Yeah, why don't you just dig a hole there and just go, screw our kids' future? You know, United's out here being responsible, and you're over there demonizing them. They're just trying to cut down on emissions. If only more people were more like United.
Are you running for office?
Later on that. If only more people were more like United. And, got into planes together. Not only bonding and mending relationships, but also saving the environment. We wouldn't be in the issues we are in today.
And
I think there's hurricanes happening right now, Craig. Ha, ha, ha. People are dying.
Oh my gosh.
This message has been brought to you for the people for Nate for president. I do think it was a little odd that they asked their crosstown rivals but all right, now
they're using the same airport. Who are they gonna?
Listen, this
they
isn't
fly out together. They could have took an Uber together.
Yeah.
This isn't an
And you know what City said?
the plane's
They said
full.
we hate the environment. They literally said we hate the environment.
With an asterisk, the plane is full.
Screw
already
you.
full.
Na 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 boo boo. That's why United was a little bit appalled. So they kind of came up with this other interior story because they didn't want to make City look bad. They're
All
a
right.
small club.
So I am going to put, I like where you're going with the way you're talking. That's funny. I am going to put this out there. Listen, a lot of teams do this. They do share planes for players going.
Lifts.
Yeah,
Ubers.
and Ubers. They when one team has a lot of players and there's another team in the Premiership that have players of the same nationality that are flying home for international games, they do share planes. So this is a common practice. Man City did give the excuse that, listen, we've already got 4 of our players. We've got 3 women and some executives. The plane is unfortunately full. Now, whether they just didn't want to give that to United or wanted to use that excuse, I don't know, but there you go.
Executives shouldn't be going anywhere.
That's
my personal opinion.
I think Man City is up for an award, the club, not just the players. So I think they're getting awarded or up for an award as well.
Is the award the most environmentally wasteful club there is in the Premier League because they're sending executives on a plane to get some bullshit award?
Yes, I believe it is.
Good.
Yeah.
Well,
so
then I agree with
they'll
that.
win it.
Why are people bringing their wives to this? I feel like they don't need to bring the wives.
If you win,
I'm sorry. Do you bring your wife on your business trips?
No, I don't.
Exactly. This is a business trip. It should be done for business. All right? I'm just saying.
Wives go everywhere these days. Wives and girlfriends.
Well,
go everywhere.
this is why the environment's going to hell.
I agree.
Man City and clubs like them being
I agree.
irresponsible. Hats off to Man United.
And also, I guess they didn't want to be paying Alex Ferguson because he's been cut as well, so they saved $2 million there. So I just figured it was all part of the plan. You know what?
So,
I
with
heard he
that
drives a big SUV.
With that one, honestly, I was more or less wondering how much. I wonder how much money they're hoping to make or not make, because a lot of that was guest speaking and stuff like that, right?
Sure.
I think it's guest speaking, but also the fact that this is gonna sound a little weird, but every time he's at the game or representing Man United, he's always on camera, and everybody knows him.
Yeah.
Right.
So
He's just a club ambassador. That's
right.
what he is.
And club ambassadors get paid these days, and
Yes.
and he's going. Listen, he retired, so now
He retired.
Well, he retired from coaching, so this is like a second
retired?
gig, right?
He's not coaching anymore?
He's not coaching anymore, no.
From the stands, yeah.
But
I
he's-
was a little confused.
But I'm sure he has a lot of input on club things when he's asked, and that was part of the fee. Being an ambassador, you go out and represent the club, and you get your picture taken and all that good stuff, and you do stuff for the club, and they've said we don't need you anymore. I think it's a bad look
I don't know.
for the club.
At a certain time, I think you got to put it away, though, yeah?
He's one of the most famous football managers in the world.
I get it, but at a certain time, you got to put it away.
I get it.
So
I
at
get
a
it.
certain time,
I
you-
get it.
Aren't you the guy who's always like, oh, all they do is hold on to their past? And I'm sitting here going, yeah, you got to put it away. And you're like, no, hold on to that past, Nate.
I don't know what we just switched.
You son of a bitch.
I usually say that.
I see.
I really like Sir Alex Ferguson, though. I think he's fucking brilliant.
No one said he
Give him the money.
wasn't.
Give him the money.
What is he? Give him the money.
Does he
I don't
need
know.
the money?
No,
Like,
probably doesn't need the money. He's also into horse racing, and his horses are worth millions.
Yeah, like
He wins a lot of money from that. $2 million to him is nothing. Anyway, all right, moving on. All right, Nate, you wanna do some Bundesliga chat time, my friends?
when it's late at night and I don't want to talk, Manchester United. It's Bundesliga chat time with Bruce and Craig.
All right, Bundesliga chat time. Let's do it.
Yeah, so off and running, some pretty interesting games, some good ones. Dortmund sucks, and they need to fire the manager.
Seriously, what happened with them, huh?
They suck.
Man.
They suck.
They're not good right now.
They are not good.
That's good.
You can't lose to Augsburg. Your league performance isn't atrocious. Your form is atrocious. Augsburg's sitting 12, and they look the better team.
Yeah.
They look absolutely the better team. It was kind of sad, silly, and ridiculous. Good news for Giorena. He saw 0 minutes. Danny Mullen's goal was class. That would be about the only bright spot, like, for the Dortmund, shellacking that was Augsburg.
What was the final score on that one?
It was 2-1.
Yep.
But yeah, it wasn't good at all. And we saw an American,
Yeah.
not Giorena.
Yeah.
Cole Campbell
Ooh.
came in.
The young
Yeah.
18-year-old.
Yes, came in.
Yeah.
Cole Campbell had an impact to this game and played a total of 60 seconds.
All right.
Full 60 seconds. Had
Whoa.
2 passes.
Yeah.
One good, one not.
See how he progresses.
For his
there at
1
Dortmund.
minute of playing time. I'm glad we got that one in. While
Yeah.
you're losing to Augsburg. Coach needs to be fired.
Yep.
After that, the backs of their Champions League performance, not very good. Leipzig-Freiburg, this one was actually a fun one. So Leipzig is the only other unbeaten team, and so we want them to continue to be unbeaten because screw Munich. No offense,
Agreed.
No offense to Munich, but no, we don't want to be like the Premier League and only have one team winning.
They're unbeaten in the Bundesliga.
In the Bundesliga, yes.
Not anywhere else.
That's okay. Focus on what's important.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, focus on what's important right now. So, they're unbeaten. They were coming in at the time. Freiburg was actually, I believe, sitting third. So it was actually 2 versus second, or one tied.
Yeah.
Versus third. Freiburg came out, scored first, and it was like, crap. Leipzig came back, and just dominated the game after that. Put a lot in, and at the end, Openda scored the 3rd goal on a great little slot, and then got naked and ran around the stadium.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, just to shirt off.
Weird.
But he was good. But it was a good win, very good win against Leipzig. Freiburg doing well. Their new coach who came in, who was a player, basically, taking over for the long-standing coach that was there before, never coached another team. He's looking to kind of fit that mold. Freiburg looked good. They looked tough. But at the end, Leipzig kind of pulled it out and hoping they keep on going. Next up, Stuttgart had a hell of a win against Holstein Kiel, who, was still kind of sitting at the bottom, needing points. And Undavi had a beautiful chip from an assist from the El Bel Torre that they got from Atalanta. And then Torre had a hell of a strike. And this kid, this is like classic Stuttgart right now. Lose your best players, bring in some new guys on a loan, and they're just excelling.
It's almost like they're the next generation of Brighton. Brighton
they
did this,
just-
and
they got-
Borussia Dortmund did this,
They got a
for
system,
years.
man.
Yeah.
They got a system. And
It's
Torre
brilliant.
is a Lone from Atalanta. The kid, wasn't getting a lot of playing time over there. Comes in, and he's really kind of betting in right now.
Diamond in the rough.
He got man of the match. He's really kind of come to own, fitting in. Very, like I said, had the assist for the first goal for Undave, who again, Undave came from Brighton, wasn't a player with a lot of playing time, came in here, off and running, and it seems to be he's the Undave of this year, and he's doing really good. The American hopeful Chi also got some time, still playing for
Good.
Japan. Fingers crossed.
Oh,
Some
yes.
magic.
The center
Let's
back.
go. Yeah. Then just kind of skipping along real quick, fast in a hurry, because none of the other games matter, because we just talked Stuttgart winning 2-1. 2 red cards in that game, by the way.
Ooh.
Leverkusen tied with Bremen. Some weird, funky goals there.
Yeah.
There's
That
still
last one was just a ball that clipped in, right? And just went in the back of the net, and everybody thought, what, who, you get it, I get it. Oh, the goalkeepers get, oh, shit's in the net. Oh, boy.
they're sitting third there. They're still pumping along, but undefeated in the Champions League. So we'll see how that progresses. On to day 2, Munich. Bochum. At one point, it turned it on. It was like 0-0. I was like, come on. And then Munich went, oh, shit.
We remember who we are.
And we're playing Bochum. And then they scored 5 goals. So, Olsey, Musiala, Kane, Sane, and Koeman all had goals. Good job.
And
guys.
Musiala's goal was with his head.
Yeah.
Which does not happen very
He had
often.
a goal and an assist. And Kane, remember when I was like, oh, he's struggling, not doing too good. And, you know, at this time of the year, he was the leading goal scorer. Well, he's that again.
Oh, yeah.
Son of a bitch. All
Yeah.
right. Hoffenheim played Heidelheim. We saw our buddy, good old buddy, Maloney, playing 90 minutes. Full 90, 89% pass rating. Not like a minute or 9 minutes, like a full 90.
The full 90.
90, yeah.
With the 0 at the end, unlike Tyler Adams.
Nice.
Union versus Frankfurt's appearance of a P-Folk. We had a P-Folk spotting. 65 minutes that man played.
All
A
right.
lot of minutes.
Into the 65th minute he played. And that's it. That's that. You know, that rounds out the.
That rounds out a Bundesliga chat time. You know what we're going to do, though? We're going to put up the little table here.
Throw that table up.
Throw that table. There we go.
Throw that table up.
All right.
Stuttgart was struggling in the beginning, but it looks like they're kind of off and running, so they're climbing that table, which is good to see. Leverkusen, Leipzig looking strong. Union Berlin actually is come back into it like the Union Berlin of old. Their new coach that they kind of popped in, Bo Seven, who came from Mainz, really has got him. He's got them playing like they were 2 years ago. So it'll be interesting how they kind of progress the rest of the season. Freiburg is still, kind of a force. Dortmund sucks. Need to fire the coach. Frankfurt's doing well as well. So it's a very close table too. If you look at it, 2 teams tied for first, and then 1, 2, 3 teams sitting just 5 points back, and 1 team sitting 6 points back. So
2 teams did not win so far. Holstein
Yeah.
Kiel
Hey,
and,
but St.
Bochum.
Pauli finally won.
St. Pauli got a
good
win.
job. You got one. Yay.
Well, we thought that it wouldn't happen for a while.
I mean, I think they deserve an applause.
Yay.
Well done,
Sorry.
St. Pauli. Welcome to Bundesliga and a win.
So Holstein Kiel played Heidelheim next. They're probably not going to win that game. Bochum play Frankfurt next. They're probably not going to win that game.
No.
And we will march on. Bochum, if you ask me, you
Go.
got to play Frankfurt, Leverkusen, and Stuttgart. Good luck to you, buddy.
See ya.
Good luck to you.
Yep.
I don't know when you're going to win, but it ain't going to be in those 3 games.
Ain't going to be anytime soon. All right, before we get to the last couple of topics here, I just want to throw this out there. Lionel Messi and his Inter Miami team hosted Atlanta United in the first game of their playoff matchup. Listen, Luis Suarez scored in the first 3 minutes. Blonde-haired Luis Suarez wasn't biting anybody. He went off and scored a really nice goal in the first 3 minutes. And you just thought, oh, good Lord, Inter Miami's dominating. Here we go again. They're just going to, oh, my God, they're going to tear through Atlanta United. And they threw everything they had at Brad Guzan, and he just stopped everything left, right, and center. Messi was going off. I mean, Messi cutting left, cutting right, hitting the ball. Everything he threw at the goal, Brad Guzan put a hand on. It was incredible. Brad Guzan rolling back the years like he was at Aston Villa in the Premiership. Just unbelievable, looking like he was a man-of-the-match player. And all of a sudden, Atlanta United pop up with a goal, and you're like, it's 1-1. Are you kidding me? Inter Miami has dominated this entire freaking game. How is this 1-1? And it kept going. And it kept going. And then Atlanta United had a chance or two, and you're like, oh, this could happen. Messi starts taking over, starts putting more balls at the back at the net. Brad Guzan stands up tall. Couple of little, I would say, half breakaways. Guzan gets on him. And then Jordi Alba pops up with a stunning 25-yard kick, that shot that just, woo!
He is our favorite Alba, right?
He's our favorite Alba, yeah. Yep. 2-1, Inter Miami in the first of a 3-game series. They could play 3 games. Very entertaining game. I think Messi in the next game will score on Brett Guzan. I would put money on it. Because Guzan is 40 years old. They're at what?
They'll be home next time.
The next one goes to Atlanta United.
Oh, were they home to start? Okay.
Yeah, it was Inter Miami at home. So the next one goes to Atlanta United if there's a third game. If there's a third game, that means Atlanta United won the second game. But if there's a third game, it would go back to Miami. So anyway, keep your eyes on that. MLS playoffs have started and some interesting games so far. All right. Brooks.
Yeah.
Brooks, why don't we talk top 25 college soccer, my friend?
Yeah.
You ready? I'm going to put up the table for the men here.
Yeah. Well, let's go.
Want me to put it up or you want to talk about it first?
No, you're good. You put up the table. We'll discuss as we go here.
Here's your Division I men's soccer rankings.
Yeah, top 25 here. I mean, it's good old Ohio State number 1.
Crazy, man.
No, I mean they're a good side. Brian Masenoff and his team doing very well. Play very good football. Not a lot of injuries. I mean, as you know, Craig, when you played at Michigan State, you get injuries. You sit out for a few games. It really hurts your team. And so Ohio State doing extremely well. Maryland losing at Michigan this past Friday night. I'm sure they'll drop a little bit.
Yep.
Maryland just, I don't know, it's just something with them. The last couple of years I've seen them, they have guys, but it just doesn't seem like everyone's in sync and they go on these runs. But like last year was horrible. I just don't know if they respond to Sasha Surofsky as well as they used to at Maryland. And I'm curious to see if he's, he was 1 or 2 good more years, then maybe he retires and he passes the the clipboard on to someone else. So
we see Western Michigan at 9.
Yeah, the Broncos drew this weekend, so they drew Bradley. They sit like 4th or 5th in the Missouri Valley Conference, but still undefeated. They need to win though. They need to win, especially if they want to stay in that top 16 for seeds for the tournament.
So
important. Possibly host. Yeah, I mean obviously the higher seeds you get, the more games you'll host in the tournament, obviously. So, unless upsets happen. But, yeah, Western Michigan doing well. This is Stanford in the ACC doing well. Same with Pitt. Marshall always making a run. I mean, listen, that's not an easy conference. Marshall playing with West Virginia, who's a powerhouse themselves, and James Madison and a lot of other schools. So, doing very well. And then, Duquesne sneaking in there at 23. Indiana finally cracking the top 25. Took them a little while when they started the year at number 2, and they lost a few. But Indiana doing what the Hoosiers do and coming on late and winning games. They have two games left in the season. They play Northwestern on the 29th and then Trine University, a D3 school. They've played them the last couple years, usually a midweek game or something. Yeah. So,
all right. Yeah. Well, that rounds out your 25 for the men. Let's talk about the women.
Yeah. So, obviously, the women now, the conference regular seasons heading to a close, and the conference tournaments now are afoot here and happening here. I mean, this is no surprise with the ACC. I would say maybe people thought usually North Carolina would run away with that, but Duke's been pretty darn good there in the ACC. Wake Forest, the surprise on the girls' side. Usually the men aren't quite as good this year, but the Wake Forest women doing really well. Notre Dame still up there. USC joining the Big Ten and winning the Big Ten Conference. So they will be the 1 seed in the women's Big Ten Conference.
There's a lot of Big Ten teams on this list, man.
There are. I mean, you got Southern Cal, UCLA, Iowa, Penn State, Michigan State, Ohio State. I mean, that's a lot of. I mean, it's expanded to 18 teams now, adding all those, adding Washington, Oregon, USC, and UCLA. So. It'll be good. But yeah, I mean, listen, the women's game, anything can happen. Everyone's good, and we'll see if Jeff Hosler and the Spartans can make another run like they did last year in the NCAA tournament. But they have to get to the Big Ten tournament first.
We can only hope. We'll be following along with the Michigan State women's team and the rest of the teams to see how they do. But rooting for the most Michigan State Spartans.
Oh yeah.
All right, Brooks. We got a couple of other things to get to here. I want to talk to you about college soccer potentially switching to a full season calendar. Yeah. Currently, as we know, college soccer is played in the fall. It starts in August and it ends early, like the first week or 2 of December when the final game is played.
Yep.
I played it for 4 years, and when you're in it, you're like, this is great. And it's over. And you're like, well, I guess we're not going to be playing college soccer for another 8 months.
Correct.
It flies by.
Yes.
the rumor is they're switching to a full year. How's that going to work? Is it 2 small seasons? Is it 1 season? What's it going to start? When's it going to? What are the rumors out there about this right now?
I think this has to do. So this years ago, University of Maryland head coach Sal Sorovsky and a bunch of coaches have really kind of pushed the athletic directors at a lot of the big schools and the NCAA to say, hey, we need this 2 semesters because A, the boys miss a lot of class, and B, it's not good for the health of the player, and C, it's good for development for the players. If you're only going to play, 1, maybe 2 games a week, it'll be better. The college soccer will be more of a developmental system possibly, and so that was the start of this.
Did they admit they were wrong?
Huh?
Did they admit that they were wrong?
What? How do you mean?
That they were wrong about it being good for development.
Oh.
Did they admit that they were wrong yet?
I don't think they were wrong back then, but they wanted.
Yeah.
I think now that the new leagues, the new amateur leagues, like USL Championship, USL 1 and 2, have popped up, they're competing against that. And in order to compete against those, they need to go full year.
I think this newest thing has popped up, though, because of the talk of MLS going to the European schedule.
Right.
And, if you align with everything, you have the winter window and also possibly, the summer, just no one's playing soccer. No one's doing anything, right? So I think that's why these talks came back and they're being pushed. But also the new stuff with the 28 roster rule, the man roster rule, and the scholarship change because of the ruling of, I think it's House versus the NCAA, that ruling. So there's a lot in play going on here. I don't know. To me, I like the idea of a a 2-semester season for men's soccer. Does women's change? I don't think the women want to change.
So you don't the men would change, but the women would stay just a fall only sport?
Yeah, I mean the women don't necessarily have to change to do the same thing as the men do.
Wow.
It's not required.
I thought it was going to be all of college soccer going to be switching to the 2 semesters. And
because a lot comes into play. Like there may be schools that are smaller that don't have enough athletic trainers and staff to do the whole year. Because don't forget, your athletic trainer that you had at Michigan State probably was with several other different teams throughout different seasons.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So there's a question of staffing. There's a question of multiple different things. But the interesting comparison is they want to work with U.S. Soccer or eventually because I showed you the tweet or whatever X message or whatever you want to call it that I found that someone sent me and I sent you was U.S. Soccer wanted to get involved, and if it had to come to this, that U.S. Soccer would possibly maybe take over the college system.
Interesting.
And they would break away from the NCAA, and I think this has to do with a lot of NIL and a bunch of different things.
Probably should.
Yeah.
I think it'd be the best if they
I think
just
so too.
got rid of the
NCAA is corrupt as hell.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we can all. Yeah, you're right.
So
just in general,
it is.
You're not developing players if you're only playing for a small round.
Right.
For 3 months, it's really difficult.
You're not developing.
No, you're
players
not.
at all.
Period.
You need to play a full year.
The biggest development most players tell me is and coaches say is the spring season, but the problem is your games aren't competitive because that's when you actually work on the ball. You can actually work on certain things.
Sure.
But your 5 or 6 games that are scrimmages that don't mean anything, it's really, and then you go into USL 2 where it's like, we want to win a championship. It's not development because it's again. So Nate's right. I mean, it's hard to develop players in a 3-month system.
Yeah.
So they admit they're wrong, or
I don't think anybody's ever.
I don't think anyone's gonna admit that, but
I admit when I'm wrong because I'm not an egotistical prick.
I want to know when the last time you admitted you were wrong was.
A couple days ago.
I don't want to know why or what.
Simple.
Yeah. All right, go.
I said I didn't think my warm-up was good enough for my team because they weren't starting as fast as they wanted to. Talked to some coaches and adjusted it.
Okay. All right. Oh, I like
it's
that.
okay to be wrong.
it is.
Right. And you seeked help from another coach.
Not just help, just ideas. I said, you know what? It's not working.
Why didn't you ask me? I would have helped.
I went to smart coaches.
Son of a bitch.
Because you would have been like, all right, this is what you do. First.
4-4-2.
First, 4-4-2.
We're good. That's it. That's what we do.
Not
There's
playing
nothing else
11-11,
needed.
Craig. Yeah, shut up, Nate. 4-4-2. Now, what you do, show up 5 minutes before the game.
Drink a beer.
Drink a beer. Wait, Craig, that's illegal.
What?
These kids are minors.
You drink chocolate milk.
Shut up, Nate. Don't interrupt when I'm cooking.
Show up 5 minutes before a game and bring me a beer.
You convince the other players that they're really, really good before you step up the field, and that you're there to help, and maybe that if they play you the ball, you'll give it back to them. You're never giving it back.
How did he know my game plan?
I don't know.
Secret. Never giving it back. Because I played against you, and I literally yell, he's not going to pass the ball. He's not. He's just stand in front of him. He doesn't want to pass the ball. Just stay. Just wait. Don't even worry about the other guys.
Now you see why I don't play against Nate's teams anymore.
Yeah, I
I
see.
figured it out. Dang it.
Yes.
But Nate, I applaud you for admitting you were wrong and seeking help from other people.
It's just so funny. Everyone thinks their shit can't stink when it comes out of their ass.
For sure.
Sometimes
And
it
listen, like
does.
back to your point, like I think a lot of people that played sports like pro and they're in this and they think they're never wrong. That happens a lot in sports. So I do agree. A lot of people just don't admit when they're wrong. Yeah.
It's okay. It's fine.
Well, last thing for us today, boys. Probably an applause goes up for Detroit City FC. We know that they made the playoffs. They made the playoffs. They made the playoffs.
They got home field advantage too, don't they?
Yeah.
You
they're
nailed it.
pretty
So
high
the next
seed.
game, the first game of the playoffs, is this Saturday, November 2nd, at Keyworth Stadium, 7 p.m. against the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
You know what's gonna be awesome?
Yeah, what's that?
What's the temperature in Tampa Bay right about now?
Oh, it's kind of warm and nice.
Yeah.
And
What's the
humid.
temperature gonna be in November 2nd?
It's going to be
7
freaking cold,
p.m.
man.
kickoff.
It's probably going to be rainy.
I would be like begging for a nighttime game.
Yeah.
That
I think
way
it's
I
a
could
7
also-
It is,
game.
7 o'clock.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, 7 p.m.
Hell yeah! Guess what Nate might be doing after I go coach a game?
I think I might go over that game.
Going to watch that game, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be cold.
It's going to be cold. Drink enough beers, you'll be warm.
Hell yeah! Snuggle
Yeah.
up to Craig.
Yeah.
Brooks.
Yeah.
Snuggle powwow!
It's going to be a good game, but you're right. Tampa Bay doesn't want to come to Detroit in the cold weather at night and play, so that's home field advantage for Detroit City FC. Congratulations, Detroit City FC.
Turf gets
The
really
third-
cold at night.
It does. They are the third-ranked team. Let me see if I've got the bracket. Here it is, the playoff bracket, the 2024 USL Championship playoff bracket. There they are on the right-hand side in the Eastern Conference, third against Tampa Bay. And if they win, they get to play against, who is that, Brooks?
That's either the winner of Charleston and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Riverhounds.
So-
They beat the Riverhounds last year as the number one team, right?
Yeah, they did. So if Pittsburgh gets the upset, they're coming to Keyworth, and if Charleston wins and DCFC wins, DCFC is going to play Ben Pierman in Charleston.
Yeah, so some good matchups coming up
Yeah.
for USL Championship playoffs there.
Louisville winning the number one overall seed, though. That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good
Louisville
one.
City. Yeah.
All right, boys and girls, that'll wrap us up for the night. A big thank you to our partners. A big thank you to Soccer World. A big thank you to Next Level Training. A big thank you to the Michigan Jaguars. A big thank you to Thomas McGee's in downtown Detroit. And to the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. We appreciate the love and support you guys have given to We Are Soccer. For me, Nate and Brooks, that'll do it. We'll be back same time next week. Until then, enjoy the soccer and cheers.
Cheers.